Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the red Mexicans. We have Canadians. Spawn on the top side as the blue Hausa or Hasua, however you pronounce them, because I still don't know. We have a foreign name. He's merely eating his Sangha cattle. So, he's eating that while the other Sangha cattle's over here. And he will be devouring some of these. I suppose the cattle, he doesn't start off any like resource crates, so eating the cattle would make sense. I never really paid attention to what Hausa's initial opener resources are. I don't really play them at all. Something I really should look into. I try to play civilizations when I do play the game. The less common civilizations. Either way, looks like Mexico is going for some hunting doggos. Hausa is going for villagers. Aside select a deck. When it comes to natives of map, we got the House of Fanark, give you access to the Sacred Band Infantry, as well as the Age 2 Fort possibility. For a very low price of 1,200 resources. The unbearable bear shall be killed off to steal his treasure chest, filled with treasure chest. You just rip the treasure chest apart of wood. It's not really a treasure chest if the treasure is the chest. I suppose it is technically then a treasure chest. Oh god. I don't know where I was going with that joke. We have a deck selected here. It's a foreign name deck. Looks like a pretty standard house deck. Kingdom Builder. We do have the hand cavalry damage, hand cavalry hit point. So he's maybe going for the Songhai. Get the big buttons for Songhai Raiders. We got the Air Berbers to fly on in, as well as the Canary Guard. That's actually a little less common. Canary Guard, heavily armored Canary cavalrymen, mercenaries, skilled in the use of muskets. Good against heavy cavalry. Sounds like it is a light cavalry unit, not a counter skirmisher. Got the Futa Yalon. Get Javelin Riders and the Fulani Archers. Wait, isn't Futa? Never mind. Strange women, to say the least. And also the Kororova Confederacy. Quick training, fast moving, powerful lancer that slowly loses hit points. You get 6 the Yoruba SO Riders. As an age 4 shipment, just 6 of them? That must be a really good cavalry unit. And we've got age 2 water, so maybe I'm for some water. I heard water is quite delicious. You know as well, the flavor of water depends on its temperature. You also have the age up to the Mihokanen, which I believe does give him the card that allows him to get a fishing boat for every single shipment sent so far this game, as well as a dock wagon. I could be mistaken, I believe that is the water state. And we got the Songhai there, as predicted for the Songhai Raiders. We do now have the Hacienda here. A little bit of water. Probably more water than any hacienda in human history. Trading post being established as well. It may be actually better rather than go for the trading post. Maybe good idea to go for the House of Fanar immediately early on. Start getting the Great Greek Revolution big button going, because that will provide you a decent amount of resources over time in via 3 musketeers. Not 3 musketeers, just 3 musketeers. You get much more than 3. Just free. Sounds like you're saying no. Age up's almost complete. Age up is complete. This one is, yeah, since 1 fishing boat for so far, every fishing boat sent or shipment sent for this game, plus a dock. And you got this one here, which is not really that good. Don't really go for this one unless you want the vision. We do now have a bit of insurgency now being deployed in the field. German villagers, German wood. Do we see? Let's see what else is there for the deck. Looks like pretty standard in Mexico. Possibility of revolt, but honestly, it sort of looks like a deck you probably won't really revolt with. How revolting. This Emir is down to 21 health. The Padre and the General. I should be playing Japan and make Canada a civ. It is a civ, just a revolt civ. The Emir does get gunned down. We got a castle now going up, the Gidden Amina. German available, going for Saltieros, Skirmishers. The Insurgents are a pretty decent siege unit. 20 siege aims may not seem like a lot, but it is just dirt cheap at 70. And of course, this fort does the same damage output as an outpost, barring the fact it does also have one AoE. The villagers being stabbed to death. One villager does get stabbed to death. Who's losing too many villagers here? You now have levied bowmen. Levied bowmen are, of course, a militia archer, light infantry. It is classified as light, and starts losing health. The attack speed increases. So if you don't really use them all too well and get down to 1 health, you at least have some really good DPS units. They do offer 16 range, which is not bad. Same as crossbowman range, but has yeah, basically crossbowman. 16 damage, 16 range at the same multipliers as crossbowman. Barring the attack speed benefits, 70, you know, crossbowman. The increased attack speed can be quite nice, but crossbowmen cost 80 resources. These guys cost 70 influences, so effectively 70 resources. Yeah. Is it bad I'm going to say crossbowmen are better than these guys? Oh boy. Yeah, you don't really want to go for those. They're not worth it. There are levies for a reason. And they still cost 1 population as well. Got some Chinacos here. Good heavy cavalry lancer variant. They will definitely one-shot the levied bowmen when they get down to 1 health. Lonnie archers in comparison to those guys, they do have less damage, but of course the double attack speed base. In comparison to crossbowmen, member are 16-16, these guys 9, so effectively 18-17, with almost full skirmisher multipliers. They do cost 105, so musketeer costing. Compared to musketeers have base damage, what, 23 or 24? Oh, there goes those levy bowmen. At least they don't bleed off any experience. Chinaco's not pushing forward. We got a good, very good number of raiders. Only a handful of insurgents here. I was trying to say, get back to these guys. Plus 75% damage when your base damage is 18. I can't do that math, but these guys will do, with the high twice attack speed, they would be just fine versus heavy infantry. Looks like Mexico's going for more soldados, the heavy infantry. Got a handful of javelin riders here, just to counter the Chinacos. Both players are trying to pull out counters, very nice. Although, then again, Soldado is not exactly a counter unit, just a good guy with a gun. Offering twice the amount of health, 50% more damage at the price of 170. Honestly, stat per stat, musketeers are generally better, since it will offer, if you're getting 2 musketeers, would offer more damage. But these guys are still quite nice. Chinaco's trying to perhaps harass some villagers. Got some gunfire there. Soldados took a nice volley there. 1 soldado does go down. The Padre is also a priest. He can heal up the units that are wounded. Chinaco's moving around. Got another round of raiders. Raiders are dirt cheap heavy cav, offering low health damage. They're similar to like the Cossacks or the Steppe Riders. They offer Lancer damage multipliers, but I don't think they're classified as Lancers. That is in fact the classification type. Lonnie Archer needs a retarget to something not the heavy cavalry. Soldados fix bayonets and charge their way forward. And compared to Musketeers, they actually are ×2 in melee, so they're a good bayonet user. Raiders do push forward, can be ripped apart the Soldados in no time. They do, of course, like I said, Lancer variants, so they do plus 50% damage against them. So effectively similar to Ulans. These units started being cleaned on up. And blue has held. Very, very nice. He cleaned off the Chinacos and charged forward with the Raiders. Red's trying to pull out some more insurgents, going for more Soldados, more Chinacos. Does have the inspiring flag here. One of the Soldados goes down, as well as Insurgent. Right now, I think more Chinacos would generally good. He's fighting against Fulani Archer Raider. Chinacos would be a counter to... Actually, they do have a bit of bonus damage, which is heavy. It's more making it so they're more on par to Hussars. So they're still quite good against them. They have the same cost of Hussars as well. Don't mistake this plus 25% damage as counter damage. It's more just the on par damage. More Chinacos on the build queue. It's going for a shipment of 10 insurgents. Very far from aging on up. Very far from aging on up. Does take on the Fulani Archers. There's insurgent shipment. Able to charge forward, snaring some of these units there. Raiders may want to be dispatched. Javelin Riders gain some damage. Red will be cleaned on up. Raiders will offer decent siege damage like Step Riders, so their probably close comparison is Step Riders. The Chinese Step Riders. We do now have a shipment of the Ankana Konobos. Get the native Musketeer variant. Make them a standardized unit. They are basically a Musketeer with lower damage with a 1 AoE. So instead of being armed with muskets like it says, I just assume blunderbusses. You know, it's funny, there is no blunderbuss unit in the game, is there? Or maybe I'm crazy. We do now have a dock wagon. Looks like he has gone for the fishing ships. You get the fish and chips. More Soldados, more Chinacos. More Chinacos there. We do have 10 Chinacos, 2 Soldados, 2 Insurgents. Versus an army of 9 Raiders, 8 Javelin Riders, and 3 Fulani Archers. More Raiders there. Got a decent number of Soldados here. There's an Ankon Anakonobas. 19 damage, 1 AoE. They do offer a little bit more health than Standard Musketeer as well. They're not a bad unit. Just a little bit more specialized against mass infantry. If one goes for mass Soldados, it's sort of hard to tell if that would be useful or not. Putting stagger formation will negatively affect them less. Even if it gets in spread formation, they have really high health, so they won't maybe not super effective, maybe somewhat effective, I don't know. But these Soldados can be picked off for free. More Soldados in the build queue. The Fulani Archers still cause some issues. Chinacos coming from the flank. They're just migrating away. Soldados, fixed bayonets, militia brought on in, ripping apart all the Raiders. Chinacos coming in for encirclement. We got some, the Cannoneer Mercenaries. There's an Obelisk Gun variant. They're classified as light infantry. Evil siege damage. And it looks like Blue's army will get completely encircled. It also all the soldados, but we will lose everything else. Great engagement there by Red. We got 49 villagers for the Mexican player, only 30 for the Hausa. We got a decent number of fishing boats on the field for the Mexican player as well. So he has a good amount of that food going. There's only 2 whale deposits map, but there's still plenty of fish, so probably a good idea to get a handful more fishing boats. I don't know what would be the magic number. Magic end number is 4. I don't know how much he should get in the meantime. 4 soldados being put on the field. Blue is perhaps eyeing to age up. He does have the Greek Revolution counting up in his favor. Looks like just started, however. One villager does go out, and these villagers backing off from the granary. Looks like he does have a decent number of Zabu cattle, as well as 1 cow. Now he can age on up. What he should age up for, I have no idea, because I really don't know Husua's age up whatsoever. It's going for the Husua, so Husua's aging up the Husua. And now it's going for more Anakanobas. Or however we pronounce it, because I can't pronounce anything. We do now have the Town Watch Research, redeploying the Padre. And more soldados. You actually don't really see Mexican soldados all too often. But it is sort of nice to see some other units. Then the revolt. Looks like the Mexico players eyeing to progress for an age up. What state should go for? I have no idea, because I have no idea what all the states are, and honestly, when I usually say age 4 is more common than age 3 for Mexico, I actually do mean it. He does have a good amount of villagers as well. He's not going for the Kingdom Builder. Usually see this one pretty early on. Once he gets to Fortress 8, he'll get 1 University, Trade, and Palace Builder. He pulls off into Industrial, gets another Town Center. Imperial Age gets 5 Camp Builders, which is unlikely it's ever going to get that far. Oh, we got a mountain monastery there, deployed out from the Greeks. If I were to click on the Greeks, it is the delivered to the mountain monasteries. Oh, there's revolt. How revolting. Like I said, it's more common with age 4 than age 3. Gone for the Central Americans. One has aged up. Central American, what do they offer? It's going for its wood shipment. We do have silver and coffee. Get additional villager settler for each shipment sent so far this game. So that'll be 10. Santa Maria's fire ship for soldados. You get free petard for all future shipments. That's probably a nice one to go for early on. Settlers become revolutionaries. I don't know how effective that would be at this moment in time. Some colonial, or not colonial militia, revolutionaries here. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I love the music for Revolution. Whenever you do something cause special music play, you know it's a good event, it's a memorable event. We do now have the visit of the 7 houses now being researched. It's a church research. I have no idea what that provides. We got a good number of Falcon Espo in the field, so we got a good amount of siege army, which is going to be very useful against all these musketeers. Gem Raiders are They only had the relatively standard 2.5 anti-artillery damage, so nothing too significant. More soldados being pulled in the field. Falconets. Finds good volley there onto the castle. Does take it out. Those are getting gunned down there. May want to use a Forsaken Grand Band Greek Infantry. He has rank 3. Also pull on the field before he loses it. 3 of 7 Falconets pull on the field. Gets a good counter attack on Reds. Both sides lost a Falconet. Now is the perfect time for the Sacred Band Infantry. Trading Post still alive. There's 1 Falconet remaining. Red has 3. Villagers migrating away. Javelin Riders taking out those Falconets. Does take that out. No Sacred Band Infantry. Going for shimmy of Javelin Riders. And again, the Kanobas, who had a little bit AoE, but they can rope apart. And the Mexican militia still here as well. And Blue just casting GG. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.